Episode 1 begins with an ordinary morning at Mie's apartment. Her mom is already yelling because she's about to be late for school. But Mie isn't worried about the time. She's fighting a much bigger battle, the beans on her breakfast. She carefully picks every bean out of her rice, hoping she can somehow avoid eating them. After giving herself a little pep talk, she finally squeezes her eyes and forces a spoonful into her mouth. While cleaning up in the kitchen, her mom suddenly brings up one of Mie's father's old friends. At first, Mie has no idea who she's talking about, but after hearing the names of their children, the memories slowly come back. Then her mom drops an unexpected news. The family is moving into their neighborhood. Then, Mie grabs her backpack and heads to school. At store, she flips a romance comic, a girl who's fallen in love with her childhood friend. The story is full of sweet memories. Mie reads the book. She's more excited when the store announces the new volume of her favorite romance comic. She happily walks to school. On the way, she passes the boy who lives next door. Technically, they've known each other since they were kids, but calling them childhood friends would be incredibly misleading. Their childhood wasn't filled with romance. It was filled with chaos. Then show a flashback. Cheol constantly teased her, tripped her, kicked her, laughed at her, and even nicknamed her Jackie Chan. One day, while Mie was quietly watching airplanes through her binoculars, Cheol decided to shoot with his plastic gun at her from his bedroom window. That attack sent her crashing backward. While he laughed, but his laughter didn't last long. A sound suddenly rushed toward his house. The moment Keel realized what he'd done, she sprinted straight toward his house, while her parents chased after her, already knowing exactly what was about to happen. Cheol barely had time to panic before she reached his front door. The result? His beloved gun was smashed to pieces. While both families stood outside, apologizing to each other, Mie proudly celebrated her victory behind her father's back with the biggest smile on her face. Years pass, and both of them enter middle school. One day, Cheol unexpectedly asks to Mie if they can talk. He calmly tells her that his family is moving to Seoul. Then, completely out of nowhere, Cheol said, "I had a crush on you." Mie freezes, not because she secretly liked him back, but because she genuinely has no idea how she's supposed to react. After everything he'd done to her, this was the last thing she ever expected to hear. Cheol quietly says goodbye, tells her he'll treasure their memories, and walks away. As she grows up, more and more of her friends move away. Some leave the neighborhood, others transfer to different schools. Everyone promises to write letters. At first, they do. Letters arrive one after another, keeping those friendships alive. But little by little, the replies become less frequent. Until, one day, they stop completely. The friendships quietly fade into memories. Soon after, Cheol finally leaves the neighborhood. Mie watches the moving truck disappear into the distance. Unlike him, though, she isn't going anywhere. Her town is one of the few places where students still have to take competitive high school entrance exams, while students in many are studying ahead of her. She can't help feeling jealous. She gets mountains of homework. Desperate, she begs her parents to move too. Her mother quickly shuts the idea down. Moving costs money, and with her father already working weekends, it's simply impossible. Instead, her parents decide to focus on something else, getting Mie into one of the city's top high schools. Her father proudly brings home stacks of practice exams from a teacher he knows. To him, it's encouragement. To Mie, it looks like a mountain she can never climb. The stress becomes overwhelming. Late at night, she grabs a jump rope and exercises until she's completely exhausted. But even then, the anxiety doesn't disappear. A few days later, her friend Yunhu reveals that she's enrolled in a cram school. She encourages Mi to join too. Mi refuses immediately. School all day followed by even more studying sounds unbearable. Instead, she heads to the staff room to pick up the romance comic a teacher confiscated. The teacher returns it after giving her another lecture about focusing on her studies. Mi apologizes, accepts the book. As she leaves the staff room, someone catches her eye. A tall boy is walking down the hallway beside a teacher. His face is covered in bruises and bandages, and every student who sees him can't help staring. Whispers quickly spread through the school. He's even taller than the school's most popular boy. His uniform is from another middle school. He must be a transfer student, but Mi barely notices any of that. She's too busy being amazed by how unbelievably tall he is. Looking down at her own oversized uniform, she quietly wishes she could grow taller too. Then the bell rings. As she starts walking back to class, she suddenly stops. Something about that transfer student feels familiar. A memory flashes through her mind. Her mother once mentioned that the son of her father's old friend would be transferring to her school. Everything suddenly clicks. Mi realizes the truth.